Hey everyone, this is the Let's Pop Art podcast where we explore the ever-changing world of art, digital art, design, content creation, and more. Just a little tidbit before we get started. The podcast has been created for entertainment and educational purposes only, and nothing in the content should be taken as investment advice. For more information, see the full disclaimer at www.letspopart.com. Again, that is www.letspopart.com. So let's get into it and have some fun. Okay, so let's get into it. Content creation is an interesting game. It takes a lot of dedication, and there are a lot of different types of content that can be created, from the written word, to photos, to videos, and audio. But for the most part, artists of all kinds create content, art, music, and film. Then there are marketers. Of course, we got social media, and again, creating content takes dedication. These days, the barrier to entry to create content is pretty low. For traditional art, finding a little paint or clay or a pencil and some drawing paper is pretty easy. For video, as little as a mobile phone, but content creating today spans far and wide. We got podcasts. We got podcasts that are both audio and video. Then there is music, radio, TV, and film. Then, of course, we got marketing, audio and video commercials, and social media, where individuals and businesses of all sizes are attempting to promote themselves. No matter where you or your company find yourself in the content creation game, it takes stamina. And something that is inevitable or highly likely is burnout. When things get tough, no matter if an individual or company is trying to promote themselves, in today's marketing landscape, burnout or the thought of giving up altogether will likely come up at some point. So how do we deal with it? In podcasting, we notice that some folks just cold quit real fast out of nowhere, and that is it. We understand how this can happen. It is tough and hard to be successful at marketing for individuals and companies across the entire and vast content creation landscape. One of the most simple approaches is to simply take breaks instead of just straight up quitting. Creating art and content is hard work, takes energy and creativity. If you look at music, TV, and film, creators cannot keep churning out products non-stop. At some point, it has to stop. If you look at even some of the longest running TV shows that went on for many years, there were always breaks. So breaks will come naturally or in many different ways. But the reality is, taking breaks are important, and we feel they are much better than quitting. So for individuals and businesses as well, could pacing ourselves be important? Could pacing ourselves be a way to avoid burnout? Also, setting the wrong goals or not defining the reason or mission could hurt the overall morale. This brings up mindset, mindfulness, and attitude. The human mind is an amazing thing. And when you look at creativity and creation in general, it starts in the mind, correct? Most everything starts as an idea in someone's mind. Then it has to manifest. So when things get tough, mindset is important. And not setting unrealistic goals could be a recipe for longevity and a way to avoid burnout. It doesn't matter what the genre is, whether it is creating a technology company or a business of any kind, or art, music, film, or content of any kind. It is going to take patience, tenacity, stamina, and grit for sure. So finding the perfect place of consistency and trying to avoid burnout is paramount. And facing the reality that social media and the internet have become tough is also important. Another reality is that, for the most part, creators in some way or form have to become marketers, and a lot of creators may not want to be marketers, which creates a whole other problem, which is artistic obscurity. And obscurity can again span across the business world and the creator economy. Artistic obscurity is a strange phrase. It is like no matter what we are creating at the beginning, we all kind of start out in obscurity, and we are trying to break through it. So understanding it and being conscious of it is powerful. Even embracing it is powerful. Being conscious and mindful of the journey we are embarking on can again be important in keeping a creator's spirit or morale high. We also have not even discussed competition. We live in an extremely competitive world, and being conscious, mindful, and embracing obscurity could set us up to have the stamina to outlive the competition. Not much comes easy in this world, and creating anything requires a lot of hard work. Embracing obscurity and realizing you or your company are by all means not alone, and that there are a phenomenal amount of folks out there in the same place as you or your company. We feel very strongly about looking at obscurity with a glass half full mindset and taking a deeper dive into it, discussing it in the hope of inspiring you or your company to strategically look at it, with the hope of leaving you or your company with a feeling of optimism. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Let's Pop Art podcast. Until next time, thanks for listening.